Hey guys, Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. Today I've got the cutest treat for you. It's really awesome. I think it's going to make your heart buzz. We're going to do a little Valentine lip balm holder. I have Burt's Bees, of course. If you have a Fresh Thyme near you, Fresh Thyme does a beeswax lip balm that is awesome. I like the lemon and the honey. Burt's Bees is pretty widely available anywhere. We're going to make one a holder for this little treat. Oh, don't look. Did you see? There's a little surprise inside too. So we're using Stampin' Up deckled circles to make this little lip balm holder. And I did a couple of little things ahead of time just to give my ink a little time to dry on the side that we're going to adhere our stamped images. And because we're going to use this deckled circle die that's so big, we can't emboss the whole holder. We're going to have to emboss the front side, skip the middle, and then emboss the back side if you want the back side embossed. So let me show you what I did. I took this deckled circle die and I cut Pool Party cardstock. Now this one is the fourth from the largest of the deckled circles. This is a massive die set, and I think this biggest one is 6 inches. All right, so we're using the one that's about 4 5/8, which is the fourth from the largest. Okay, if you don't have this die set, but you have something else that has about 4 5/8, 4 1/2, 4 3/4, you can use that die. Or you can find something about this size circle and trace it, maybe a coffee can or a large can, maybe like a big can of tomatoes, a small saucer. But I highly recommend this die set, especially if you're going to make a bunch of these for Valentine's Day. This will be the die set that just keeps on giving. All right, so after I cut it, let me show you how I scored it. I'm going to get my Simply Score tool. All right, like I said, this is about 4 5/8, so we're going to use our centering ruler. We're going to find the center of our circle. And then we want this center section where we're going to put the lip balm. We want that to be 3/4 inch. So we've got center. So what we're going to do then is we're going to go 3/8 from the center mark and score. And then we're going to go 3/8 from the center mark and score again. Now what we've done is we've made a center section that is 3/4 inch, and it will hold our little lip balm inside of there. All right, we've got our scoring done. We've worked those scores with a bone folder. And now what we're going to do is add a little texture to the outside of our little lip balm taco. That's what everybody's calling it around here, the lip balm taco. And we're going to use the new Celebration embossing folder. This is part of a bundle. It comes with a stamp set. It's a $100 item. It's got a pretty floral set with it. Here it is. It's called Softly Sophisticated. And both the stamp set and the embossing folder can be yours in January or February while supplies last with a $100 order. So let's go ahead and get this embossed. I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and this Celebration folder is a 3D folder, so I need 1 and 4, and I'm going to line up my little circle so that this edge of dots is right on the fold. If you notice, you can't quite go across the entire circle. The edges will end up not embossed. So I'm just embossing from one side, and I'm going to flip and then emboss from the other side. Now if you have, say, maybe a different die, or you're cutting from, like cutting and tracing and cutting, and your circle is a little bit smaller than mine, maybe 4 1/2 inches, you might be able to just emboss the whole thing. So keep that in mind as you're doing this. But we're going to go from one side, emboss halfway, and then go from the other side. And then once we've got our texture applied to both sides of our circle, and this is absolutely optional. If you're making, 24 of these, you could just emboss the front side. All right, got the back and the front embossed. The bottom is going to be flat. Now the next thing we're going to do is apply just a little bit of ink to this texture to really make it kind of a little cloudy, and it'll have kind of a sky effect. I've got my craft white ink pad, and I'm just going to brush the ink onto the raised texture. You can add more ink, you can't take it off, so keep that in mind, a little bit at a time. Don't press too hard and just keep layering it up. When you've got what you like, then you can go ahead and grab the next piece. Now this little guy is 3 1/8 by 3/4, and it's also pool party. And we're gonna score this 3/4 of an inch on both ends. So let's grab our Simply Score tool here, and we're just gonna go 3/4 of an inch, rotate 3/4 of an inch, and now we're going to roll the little center piece. You can do this with a bone folder, or you can do this with between your thumb and index finger. But what you want to do is start at one score line and just roll gently. And you want to do it gently because you don't want to cause the paper to crease if you can help it. Just see if you can get a nice smooth loop just from one score to the other. Once you've loosened the paper fibers enough and you've kind of got that curve, then you want to fold your 3/4 inch out for just a second. Let's get some tear and tape adhesive here. And we're going to put some tear and tape adhesive on the one tab. Okay, and then we're going to remove the liner and then fold. Then bring this guy in and over. So you're making like a D, a little D ring. You see, you've got flat bottom and a loopy top. Now we're going to add a little bit more tear and tape adhesive on our loop here. And now just trust me, because I have some surprises for you. I'll have links in the description for a nice Burt's Bees assortment pack on Amazon. Happens to be on sale like 18% right now. You know how things change on Amazon though. And I'll also link the other little treat and the clip that I'm using here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add this little loop, but we're going to add it off center a little bit to the left of center. And now we've built our little lip balm holder. Let's add our lip balm. And you just slide in. You might have to lift a little bit so that it doesn't catch on the little layers of cardstock below. It's purposefully kind of a tight squeeze because we don't want our little lip balm to fall out of here. Okay, let's set this aside for just a second and do some stamping. I've got some basic white cardstock here. This is a scrap. This is 1/2 inch by 2 inches. So my Stampin' pads for this project are Memento Tuxedo Black, Sweet Sorbet, Daffodil Delight, and Pool Party. The first thing I'm going to do is stamp me a little bee. So I'm going to start with Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to ink up really good. Been using this ink pad a lot, and so you know what, in fact I'm even going to kind of prime my bee a little bit because my pad is probably about ready to be re-inked. So sometimes you can just kind of build up the coverage of the ink by inking and stamping off lightly a couple of times. All right, there's our cutie little bee body. Now let's get some stripes. We're going to use Memento Tuxedo Black, and you want his little stinger to the right so that it's easy to punch. So adorable. Now I've got the tailored tag punch here. You can do this with scissors or maybe with a square punch. We want a little chicken lips on the end of our banner, and then we're going to stamp Be Mine on there. Of course, you could switch out a little hello greeting or whatever you like if you don't want Be Mine on all your little Valentine lip balms. He's so cute. All right, now let me grab my little punch. See, this is why we put the stinger to the right, because now we can just pop this guy right in, punch him out, set him aside with our tag. Now let's do some wings. I've got the little outline for the wings, and we're gonna stamp them so that they can go in just a little sideways. That's how our punch is lined up, so we're gonna make things easy on ourselves. We're gonna stamp them a little bit sideways. Then we're going to stamp the big heart. We've got Pool Party here. We're gonna stamp off and then fill in those wings with a little bit of second generation Pool Party. And we're going to pop those out. It's like a party, confetti every time. There's our wings. We'll set those guys aside. Now, scraps are really awesome for the next step. I like to get my big pieces out, stamp them and punch them, because then next we're going to use this little heart, and we're going to get some antenna, and we're going to get a little heart accent. So I got my antenna. We're going to stamp on the corner here. Oh, let's try again because I didn't quite ink up that one antenna very good. All right, there we go, much better image. Now we can just slide that corner right in and pop out those antennas. Cutie. I want a little heart to decorate, so that's our next. We've got this little heart and some sweet sorbet, and we're doing the same thing. We're gonna stamp so that the heart is kind of upside down, easy to get with the punch. Punch it out. Haha, there's our cutie. Now I did do one by the magic of television here. I did a sweet sorbet heart, the bigger heart, the same one that we used to fill in the wings. I am going to do this video live, and I don't want to switch from Pool Party to Sweet Sorbet and then have to switch back from Sweet Sorbet to Pool Party. So for purely selfish reasons, not having to go back and forth from such a cool light color as Pool Party to such a bold warm color as Sweet Sorbet, I just did that one ahead of time. We have one more little bit of stamping to do. I almost forgot we need to give our bee a face. And it's so cute. And this bee, my Valentine bundle, has lots of different choices for the face. So we've got this little angry face. We've got a little sweet smiley with closed eyes, the little winky face, and then the full smile. I'm going to do the little winky face. That's the one I have here. Memento Tuxedo Black. And now here is the thing. Your bee can be coming or going. It just depends which way you apply the face. So we're going to have our bee facing right. We're going to apply a little winky face with Memento Tuxedo Black. And we're going to get some liquid glue and assemble our bee. It's really, really cool how you can have your bee coming or going, or if you put the face rotated this way, you could have your bee like a full front view, and you can just do two wings, one on either side of your bee. So really, really cute and flexible stamp set. I love when you have little characters, little images that can face each other, and it's really easy to do your bees either way with this bundle. And even the third way of having that like full on front view. All right, but we've got our bee. We'll give them 1 second for that glue to set up. And while we're doing that, let's get a 1/8 inch circle punch, and we're going to turn our little banner into a tag. I'm going to just pop a little hole in the center there. Hey, that wasn't too bad. And we'll thread some ribbon through. Now wait till you see what's going to be inside this. Don't leave me. Don't wait till the end of the video. Remember a little peek, peekaboo, right? Anyways, don't leave me. Don't leave me. I'm gonna thread, and then we're going to loop from the front, swoop over the top, tuck, pull. There's our bow. Hold the center, adjust the size of it, get just what you like. Now let's trim that away from the spool and clean up the tail. Gonna grab some glue dots because we're gonna need them for inside and out. All right, we're closing up our little taco lip balm with one of these gold bull nose clips. You can get these on Amazon in gold or in like oiled brass or a bronze. I've gotten all three kinds, really nice finishes. If you have the, I think they're called library clips, retired from Stampin' Up, almost exactly. The only thing is you can get more finishes on Amazon. All right, so we're gonna add our ribbon and tag to the bullnose clip or bulldog clip. You might try, I'll leave you a link to the ones I buy in Amazon, but we're gonna add a little glue dot to the back of our tag, and then we're gonna add our tag to our bullnose clip. All right, so there's our little Be Mine tag. Let's bring our little treat back in here. I want some dimensional adhesive on our bits. All right, so your little bits are gonna go past the edge of your taco just a little bit, so be aware of that when you're adding your dimensionals. Going to put one here, holding my wings, and then maybe a little half one holding the antenna just to give it a little reinforce, and then a half a one down here. That should be good for my bee. And then for my heart, we'll just go a little bit center there, stay away from the top of the loops. And then for this one, just a little quarter dimensional. It's not going to go past the edge, so that's fine. Okay, so my bits are sticky. I'm going to add the bee to the front, over to the right, little angle there. I'm going to add my heart and then my little heart. Now before we close it up, let me just show you. This is so crazy. All right, so I got these on Amazon. They are 100, but I'll include a link. They're 100 little fuzzy bees. They're felt wings and little pom-pom bees, little eyes. Are they not the cutest thing? All right, so grab a mini glue dot, and we're gonna put a little mini glue dot on the bottom of our bee. And then we're going to put our little bee just seated right in here next to our lip balm. You guys, is that not just too much? All right, now grab your clip, close up your little taco. I can't help it. It's not really a taco. It has nothing to do with a taco, but you know, I can't help myself. Got our little taco. Now let's embellish. I've got some Wink of Stella. I'm gonna brush a little Wink of Stella on the wings, just a really light coat. Need a little sparkle. And then I have what's left of my adhesive backed hearts and flowers. These are adorable. I just can't even. I have used so many of these, it's stupid. But we're gonna grab 2 little flowers this time because our sample has hearts. And I'm just gonna add a little flower on the edge of that heart, and then a little flower kind of at the diagonal. And there it is, there's our Be Mine lip balm holder. And if you've got any questions, please reach out, Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. Links are in the description for the Amazon products that I used. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. And to shop Stampin' Up 24/7, you can buzz over to MarisaAlvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching.